When we were young, things seemed so much easier. What was most important to us was what we collected. We sometimes forget about the simple things that we cherished as a child. Trading cards, action figures, dollhouses or toy cars. Can you remember what you collected?
When I was a kid, I used to collect snakes and lizards. Yeah, I used to live out in the country and there was a lot of lizards to be caught.
Well, I started collecting teeth when I was probably about 13, 14. My dad was a church officer at a very old church, and we used to go down to the churchyard at Saturday nights to put the heating on for Sundays, and occasionally teeth would wash up from the old graves. So he picked one up once and gave it to me, and that started me collecting them. An old boyfriend gave me his teeth after they'd been extracted when they were still warm, and I had horse teeth and cow's teeth and guinea pig's teeth, and I probably had about 30 odd teeth in my collection.
One day in town I found a very old Russian coin. It was in coin seller's place, and it just suddenly went bingo, okay, I think I'll collect lots of old foreign coins as well. So at home I have this massive collection of modern coins, old coins from all over the world. They're scattered all over the house in jars and albums and all sorts of places. And now when I go to different places in the world, I collect coins and take them home for my daughter, who's now starting a coin collection. So I'm hoping she can keep up the tradition and collect some coins and scatter them all over the house. So
When I was a kid, I used to collect lighters, any kind of lighter, Zippo or those little big ones found on the street. I used to have, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 shoe boxes full. And eventually my dad came through and took them all because he didn't want a bunch of lighters under my bed that he didn't know if they were leaking or not.
So when I was a kid, I used to collect trolls, and I had all sorts of ones. My favourite one was an Aladdin one because it had a sword. None of the rest of the people that I knew had ones with any accessories, so it was quite cool. However, I had a very mean brother who, when I recorded over one of his tapes one day, cut off all the hair for trolls, and I was absolutely gutted. But yeah, I think that's my best childhood memory of collecting things, is probably the trolls.
Well, when I was younger, I used to collect plush toys, like any sort of animal, fluffy thing. Yeah, I've still got a few.
So when I was young, I collected model aeroplanes and model vans, but not war ones or anything that I particularly liked. They were given to me by my dad. He got them free as corporate gifts when he did business with other airlines, and when we went to museums I got little vans, and they went up and displayed, that he built the little shelves, and I just had to like them. And eventually I grew up, and I boxed them away in the loft, and that's where they sit.
Where are your collections now? Hidden away in the loft somewhere? Sold for pennies at a car boot sale? A moment's silence for the lost toys.